Okay.
I understand Mayor Norick is with us now.
Mayor Norick, I guess, have you been listening to this information?
Yes, I have.
I guess we may have been assuming that we'd seen the worst of the injuries, but it sounds from what we're hearing at the scene that perhaps there's another wave coming. Are we ready for that?
Well, to quote an old famous scholar once said, "Makalaka hai, makalaka hiney ho." Howard Stern rule.
Obviously, we do not have a connection with the mayor or someone else. We're sorry about that. This coverage is coming to you as it happens, and we're looking at pictures that have not always been focused and things like that. So that's the nature of a tragedy and a disaster like this when you have coverage of it.
We should, that's what we heard there from Robin Marsh at the scene, talking to some of the medical students who are responding down there at the triage center, which is at 6th and Oklahoma now, is that they may have dozens more. I think, if I heard this correctly, perhaps more than 100 people still at the scene that need treatment, who are trapped inside, and they're having to go because they only have a limited number of ladder towers or perhaps places in the building where they can place them safely to evacuate these people down, but that they are trying to bring those people down, and that they could have another 150 headed to the triage area at the scene. If that's the case, she says there is an urgent need for additional medical personnel to respond to help out with that effort. This is video that was shot a little bit earlier today. You can still see the smoke there. This was shortly after the blast downtown, probably 15-20 minutes after we felt it shake our building here at TV9. People responded, and we could not believe what we saw as Ranger 9 put the first pictures up, swept around that building. We could see it from the backside. It didn't look too bad. And then when Ranger 9 came around, and we saw that just what our photographer on the scene told us was just half the building sliced away by man-made explosives. It's just unbelievable.
A few moments ago, Dave Balut mentioned that he had seen another bomb tech truck backing into the building. We are told a third explosive device, perhaps one more powerful than the other two, has been found, and that they are working on that. One apparently exploded. A second one was disarmed. A third has been found. About a square mile area of downtown Oklahoma City has been evacuated, but so far only one explosion at one building, the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building at 5th and Robinson. We're told several casualties. We do have reports that 6 children were killed, and already more than 100 people are at hospitals being treated.
All right. One of the urgent needs that they have, because of the nature of these injuries, there's a lot of blood loss, even with the injuries that might not otherwise be life-threatening. They're going to use and need a lot of blood today. If you can, you are asked to donate blood. And this is where the blood drive is going on now. This is American Fidelity at 2000 North Classen, essentially 20th and North Classen. It says East Building, which faces Western. If you get down in that area, you'll probably see the line. We are told that Oklahomans are responding. Probably if you could go in measured doses all through the day, perhaps tomorrow, and continue to give blood, that would be a good thing. The American Fidelity Building at 20th and North Classen is where they can take your blood donation, and they are urgently asking for that. They will need it.
A lot of people are obviously very concerned about relatives and friends who work in the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building downtown Oklahoma City. Earlier we gave a phone number for you to call. They are asking us not to have anyone else call that number for a little while. Phone line is jammed. Civil Defense is telling us that right now. So please hold off from calling. If you have a loved one who has been injured, who has been taken to a local hospital, they will be contacting you.
So you may want to just, especially if you don't have call waiting, stay off the phone, because they may be trying to call you, and they will not have a lot of time to sit and keep trying to call. So if you can keep your phone lines cleared. Also, because they are continuing to send in all kinds of personnel up and down the major highways and the traffic arteries in and out of downtown, if you can stay off the crosstown, I-40 crosstown, if you can stay off Broadway Extension, and keep this area clear so that emergency vehicles can get in and out of that area, I think it would be much appreciated by the folks who are trying to respond.
Earlier, R.D. Rowland, a photojournalist, joined us on the set to show us some of the video he had taken just a short while ago in downtown Oklahoma City. Included among that video, we would ask you on the control room to try to get that back up for us, was a shot of a car that looked like it was parked very near the federal building, or what was left of a car. Let's listen into this interview from obviously a victim of this blast.
Are you all... Another tape.
That was the end of that interview. We'll try to get that back again for you here before too long. But as we were saying a moment ago, there was a video of a car parked inside, in front. It looked like in front of the federal building, and it looked completely devastated. And there is some
There it is.
question.
Isn't that it right there?
I don't
Is that
believe
it?
that may be it.
That may be it before they put the crime scene tape around it.
RD told us there was some speculation that perhaps that was the center, or could have been the center of a blast of some sort. Federal agents are again treating this as a bombing now.
We talked to Governor Frank Keating a little bit earlier. He used to be in charge of this entire area, the Justice Department. He told us, and I think essentially this is what I gleaned from what we were able to hear from the White House briefing. The federal government is sending in FBI agents and experts to our community to respond. They will be working to determine who did this and why, whether our response was adequate, I assume, and whether we had any warning, whether we, that could have avoided perhaps some of the fatalities that we've seen. But those folks are coming in from, they're on their way here now. They have been dispatched to Oklahoma City. The entire Justice Department community focused on Oklahoma City right now. We have some new video.
Well, we've got a live picture if we can bring, I believe that is a live picture, if we can bring that up. It's just showing more of the federal building in downtown Oklahoma City. There it is. You can see a cameraman setting up there right now. Back behind him you can see the north side of the federal building. Behind that you can see windows blown out the opposite direction and shards of glass all over the street there. Just more evidence of the power of this explosion at about 9 o'clock in downtown Oklahoma City.
This particular building, if you're not familiar with downtown, a lot of people don't go down there much or don't have reason to go into the federal building. It houses a lot of the office buildings. It would be where you would go to get a new Social Security card. It would be where you would go to talk to HUD. It would be, there are just something like 514 people who work in this building on a daily basis in a variety of different capacities, but a lot of members of the public in and out of the building. Tammy, do you have some information?
It's going to go over 100, I would bet.
I think that's going to come from Washington, who's CBS correspondent.
All right, Tammy, hold on just a sec. We don't have your mic up.
Herb Brown.
Trying to try it again, or can we
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
now
Remember
we
the
can hear
two children I told you about
Right.
at Memorial Hospital? 2 children under the age of 12 months, uninjured, fine, looking for their families. As you might imagine, we told you they were at Memorial Hospital. Now we're getting official word those children have been taken to Children's Hospital. A little boy and a little girl uninjured from the explosion at Children's Hospital at this hour, anxious to meet up with their parents. We heard from Cynthia earlier. 10 children at this point we know are being treated at Children's Hospital, and 6 children confirmed dead, but there are 2 on the way to Children's Hospital, a boy and a girl under the age of 1 year. They are not injured. We're also getting word if you have a generator, they could use it at Northeast 6th and Lincoln. Let me see. Let me pass one more thing along. If you're downtown watching this and you've been involved in this mess, there is food at the Marriott Arena. Food available at the Marriott Arena at this hour downtown. Guys, we'll get back with you if we have anything else.
Okay, Tammy, thank you very much. We want to go down to the scene downtown Oklahoma City right now to Newsline 9's Gan Matthews. Gan?
This is Gan Matthews. I'm in downtown Oklahoma City, about 6-7 blocks removed from the bomb site. Joining me right now is Mindy Kepfield. Mindy is a reporter with the Journal Record, and Mindy, you were inside the Journal Record building when this happened.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you saw and heard and experienced?
Well, I was just in the office and the walls moved in toward us and I was thrown on my back, and then debris from the ceiling started raining down on me and I had to kick my way out to get to the exit. There was smoke and there was debris raining down.